Whoa. Hello. Okay, I'm doing this video again for those who saw it and are wondering, because I deleted it accidentally, and so I'm going to try to do. It was really good, and I'm just going to do it again. So, I had posted a question up on Facebook. The question's still there, and it was, what is the reason you think you cannot lose weight in midlife, especially? And I had an A, B, C for people to choose from. And A was what I eat, so the food you're eating. Hello, whoever jumped on and say hello. I'd love to see who's watching. A was the food. B was your mindset or your beliefs, mindset and beliefs, whatever. And number C was genetics and hormones. So I asked people to kind of think real quick and think, what is your number one belief? Like, what is the number one thing that you would say has been stopping you from losing weight? So again, that's the food you're eating. So knowing you're not eating the right food. B was mindset and your beliefs. And number C, letter C, was regards to genetics and hormones. And so I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on this and kind of what I feel about it. And you might have some awareness. It might bring up something and go, oh, wow, that makes total sense. So, of course, because I help women in midlife about the food. So absolutely, right? We know that it's very important to have to eat the right foods. But there's also the thing where you can know what to eat. You can have the recipes. You can have all the wonderful cookbooks. So you can have the information on what you should be eating at this phase. You can have it, but then you don't follow through, right? So we know that happens many times. Or you do really great on a diet or menu eating plan, you're doing really good, and then something trips you up and you quit, right? You quit, you stop, you get frustrated, bang, 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 right? So that's what I mean. You can have the information, you can have everything laid out in front of you, but you don't stick with it, right? So right there, it kind of goes to show it there, right there, you would see it's the mindset, it's beliefs. Something is stopping you, right? And for B, we're talking about the beliefs and mindsets, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to talk about, how that ties in. Number C, so we talk about C, or letter C, which is the hormones and genetics. Now, with genetics, there are of course, there's people who are probably would never get down to like 100, 125 pounds or really slim, right? Their body composition, everything, the way they're meant to be, the way they are is a certain way. But that doesn't mean they can't lose weight. So your genetics don't mean you cannot lose weight. It just means you may not be able to be the stick thin person, which isn't right anyways. You do not want to be like that, right? And so hormones too. So the argument with hormones. Yes, during midlife, hormones are controlling a lot of things, and they do cause you to gain weight, and it's really hard to lose weight, and then there's all these things going on in your body regarding the hormone part of it. But here's the thing too. When I was going through this, the perimenopause, I was having all these symptoms. I was over emotional. I couldn't control my feelings. I was crying sometimes. I didn't know why. I had no memory. I was scattered. I was unfocused. I was like, blah. And it was so weird because it seemed like I was just going crazy. I was a little depressed, a little down, and I was starting to gain weight. And what used to work wasn't working anymore, right? So there it was, all these things going on. And I didn't know what was going on. But once I found out, oh, okay, I'm going through this midlife change. I was really young. Okay, so that's what's going on. So I kind of like this understanding. So I studied and I researched about the changes that were going on in my body. And that it also said, you'll probably gain 10 to 12, 20 pounds. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. Absolutely not. So what I did was I set my mindset. I didn't want to believe that, basically. So I did not make that a belief of mine. I chose not to believe that I would gain that. I chose, and I said, I am going to do whatever it takes for me not to gain excess weight, like any more than I already have. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find out what works for me. I'm going to lose the weight, and I'm going to help women do this. I was a personal trainer, yoga instructor, so I was already helping women. So I thought, I got to figure this stuff out, because there's so many women who are going through this in their life. And so you can too. It's like, what I'm trying to show is that all these things could be contributing to the weight gain, could be going on, these all physical things, yes, and body things, but that doesn't mean they have to hold you back. And we tend to use, people tend to use certain things as like, well, this is just what happens. And how mindset and your beliefs also come into play with everything is how you were raised. So you maybe have been told that, let's say the on again, off again are going well, and then something in life trips you up. So what could have happened as a youngster was you were doing really well with something, and then you kind of goofed up, you kind of missed something, and someone might have said to you, well, now you've failed. Now it's not going to work. Look what you did. You did everything good, and then all of a sudden you made this mistake. Now it's never going to turn out, right? And so that is something that you remember. And as you go through life, it's like every time you slip up just a little bit, it's like this thing comes in your head and goes, you messed up, you failed, it's never going to work, right? So then you end up with this belief that if you don't do perfect all the time, then you've messed up, it's never going to work, you failed, why even continue to try, right? So this is how powerful our belief system is, and the way we think about things. And also you could believe, like maybe somebody said to you, our family always has weight problems. Everybody in our family has weight problems. I guess you're just destined to have weight problems. You might as well just accept it. You will never be the way you want to be, things like that. And so you grow up, or you end up believing that that is something you cannot control at all. And you take it on as a belief, and our beliefs are very powerful. You've heard those stories of people who can cure themselves from diseases or illnesses by their beliefs. We can also make ourselves sick from our beliefs. We can stop ourselves from attaining something. We can sabotage it, and do sabotage ourselves over and over again because of our beliefs, right? Because of our mindset and of our beliefs. Feeling that we're helpless, that we can't change anything, that's just the way it's going to be for us. So like professional athletes, and they really do admit it, they can train really hard. They can have the best coaches. They can have parents who have lots of money to put them in all the training, all the programs as they're growing up. But if that person does not have the right mindset or belief in themselves, they will not achieve greatness like some do. And then you see some kids who may not be that, or some people that are not that talented, even singers, right? They're not that talented. They're kind of clumsy, they kind of fumble, but they have this fantastic attitude, and they, without a shadow of a doubt, believe in themselves and say they are going to make it, they're going to win, and they're going to do whatever it takes. And they do. They become very successful, So it's really true that our mind, it's very, very powerful. Our mind and our beliefs is very powerful. So no matter what we say, like there are, of course, like I said, with the weight loss, there's a lot going on, especially in midlife. But I just want to say to you, it is not impossible, and it doesn't mean that there's no way you can do it, or that you're stuck where you are, or that there's nothing you can do. And I also want you to realize how important it is to work on the inner you, your mindset, your beliefs, the way you feel about things, the way you think about things. So if you think like losing weight or getting on a healthy diet or staying with it is really hard, it's depriving, it's boring, the food is tasteless, it's not fun, who'd ever want to do it, oh my God, it's a chore, it's going to take hours, then you're not going to stick with it, and you're going to avoid it. Sorry, it's getting windy here. I wanted to do it outside. You're going to avoid it. You're going to procrastinate, you're not going to start, and you're going to do whatever it takes to sabotage yourself if you feel like it's just going to be horrible for you to do, right? So there's so many cases and ways that our mindset, our beliefs get in the way of everything that we try to do in life. And that's why I believe it's so powerful that every day we need to work on ourselves, the inner selves. And that is reflected in what? The outer selves, in our behaviors, in our habits, in the things we say, the people we hang around with, how successful we end up in life. And I'm not just talking about achieving tons of weight. I don't believe in that. I believe in health is number one. Now, also, it's, for me, when I chose to really work at finding what's going to work for me, it is also because my number one thing is health and freedom, and knowing that I'm working towards independence, so that as I age now and in the future, and how I'm going to live my life is always going to be a choice. And that choice, because that's not going to be stopped by me being sick or not being able to do things because I lost my independence, right? So to me, the freedom and independence and choosing to live a life that I want to live at any time, being able to have choices throughout life means I need to be healthy. So I've got a really strong why behind it, but that is all to do with my inner game, right? So because of how strong I am in my beliefs and my inner game and what I desire, that moves me and keeps me on track. And that way I'm able to develop the habits and able to stick to those habits and really have strong beliefs that lead me in the direction I want to be in. So that's why it's so important to develop the powerful mindset and belief behind it all, right? And I'm doing a 7-day journaling challenge starting tomorrow over on my page, Women Creating Healthy Lives. It's for women over 40. It's just on Facebook. Just go to Women Creating Healthy Lives, and it's my Facebook group's free. You just have to join it, and I'll let you in. And then it's all going to start. I think I'll be posting the first journal exercise tonight for you tomorrow morning. And that way we're going to look into these resistances, maybe what's holding you back. It'll give you a chance to look at the way I journal to create my life, because I definitely journal different than most people do, period. You want to work in a way that actually creates a life you want and moves you forward. And we're also going to see what might have been holding you back, what's getting in the way, and kind of bringing up those beliefs and those resistances, and like just saying, no, I'm not dealing with those anymore. Like I'm not going to let those get in my way, and really work towards what you want. So that'll be starting tomorrow, September 11th, Monday. Women Creating Healthy Lives. Be part of that group, and we'll start the journaling. And it's all because I think it's such a powerful process. So I deleted this video. Thanks for watching. Again, if you're watching my retake, because I completely deleted the other one. But anyway, accident. Thanks for watching. Post any comments, any of your beliefs, which one you would pick, A, B, or C. And what do you think is really holding you back if you are somebody who kind of wishes to release some of this excess weight? All right, take care. Bye.